That's my job. But why should I expect you to let your lights get cut off for the church? You don't live at the church. Charity begins at home. You done given what God requires of you to help the church, and if the church can't survive off of that, then that's God's problem, not the people. And y'all stop lying to these people telling them the Lord said give them money and stuff. And don't, people of God, don't y'all be so gullible. Don't be so stupid like that. Don't let us shepherds tell you sheep you so dumb to you have to do whatever we say. That's a lie. We can easily teach you faith when we never have to face problems. I can easily teach you prosperity when I'm prospering on you. I can tell you what you want to hear. I can make up a story that can be just one of the biggest lies that were made up, and it can be so plain and so simple to it'll make you think it's the truth. And then here you go getting your money and giving it to me. And then you got that person. Listen to me, sheep. Jesus told me to feed you. And if anybody ever see this tape, then you that'd be good for you. I may start putting them on air free, like some of you hypocrites doing, and all that mess y'all got on there. Maybe these people know the truth. I may put it out on air for free. Because ain't none of you paying for it anyway, so I might as well. And I bet you if they know the truth, when I take it off the air, they pay for it. But that's a thought. Thank you, Lord. I take money from you, and then you lose your vision, or you lose what you're trying to do, and it made mine rich. And then when you come to me, I tell you you ain't got no faith, or you should have believed God. Why can't I just give you back your money? We preach the gospel. This what backs the gospel. And we need to really see God, because when that song said, I look down the line and I wonder, hear me y'all, I wonder. I look down the line and I wondered. I saw how far from God we were. Let me tell you how far from God we are. We'll pray for somebody, they'll die. We lay hand on the sick, they don't recover. We go to cast out a devil, they may put the devil in us. We say, thus saith the Lord, and it fails. That's how far we are from God. Now you might as well be honest with yourself. Honesty is the best policy. You disagree with me? Give me some living proof from the doctor, paper, that you can pray for somebody and they don't have that cancer no more. Stop lying to those folks. And folks, if I call out cancer, I call out tuberculosis, I call out diseases, it's a disease among the peoples anyway. And I ain't healed you. Your faith healed you. Let me take that Bible y'all talk about. That woman had an issue of blood for years. She heard the gospel. She thought within herself the proof that she had issue of blood were doctor's reports. Let me pull the cover. Those doctors, the report of the doctors, the scripture says she had spent all her living going from physician to physician. She didn't get better, she got worse. You people that get in wheelchairs, you better stop lying and let these people play with God. Somebody get a doctor report that they script and blind. Crazy. And these healing preachers that's ripping y'all off with your money, bring those folks before that preacher and let him lay his hand on them. Now they got doctor proof, they got proof that they are sick. They got proof that they can't walk. Then let God raise them up out of that chair. Then I'll say, yet don't believe the preacher, but believe God. And yet I will say, the preacher didn't hear me. Don't make him a man of God or woman of God. Jesus said, these signs will follow them that believe. They cast out devils, they lay hands on the sick will recover, they drink their poison, it won't hurt them. They take up serpents and it won't harm them. If they believe. Now let me serve you notice. The devil believes. Not only does he believe, he trembles. He fears God. He respects God. He reverence who God is. And God's people. Now those that doing these things, God confirmed his words with signs and wonders that were worked by the hands of the apostles according to the scriptures. Why can't he do it for you? He ain't changed. Why can't he do it for us? Somewhat online, we done missed God. But we must remember what the servant Solomon said when God appeared to him by night. My people, which are called by my name, if they would humble themselves, turn from their wicked ways, and seek my face, then will I hear from heaven, I'll forgive their sin, and I'll heal their land. Listen to me. How many of us have turned from our wicked ways, from robbing God's people, and got before God, and got serious with God? Because what does it profit a man, all you folks that prospering? What does it profit you if you should gain the whole world and lose your soul? What will it profit me to make a believer out of you and I myself be a castaway? So if I'm ripping you off, I'm a thief. Peep on your eyes, wake up. Your preacher, your leader, your whoever is over you, care nothing about you, take your money and give it. You'll do better to take your 10% and your offering and give it to Uncle Sam. Call the IRS and say, hey, I got 10% of God's money. Oh, some of y'all gonna really not gonna like this one. Oh, he said, bring it in the storehouse, that there will be meat in my house, and prove me herewith, saith the Lord. You ain't doing what you're supposed to do with it. So I withhold it from the wise and the prudent. And I reveal to babes. I'll take another nation and give it to them. So, if the preachers ain't going to do what they supposed to do with your money, don't you get no idea. You let God speak to your heart. And if God tell you to take your 10% and your offering and give it to Uncle Sam, give it to me. If God told you. No, it means nothing what I say. Because God can speak to your heart. The Spirit can speak to your mind. And somebody said, oh, look at him. He's going against what the Bible says. Well, you ain't doing what you're supposed to do with the money. You ripping God's people off and you turning God's people away. You not being an example. So what's the difference? You see how that sounds? What's the difference? Well, you don't see him because I see him. Well, then not. Oh, now you know you seeing him. You don't compare yourself with that. If we telling you the truth, then the truth will free you. Baby, you look at me and say, Pastor, you lied to me. You told me if I give you my rent money, the Lord will make a way for me to pay the rent. Now come on here. You facing reality, you ain't about those if you don't. Common sense. You got your rent money, and you're going to give it to the church because I told you God said do it. God ain't spoke to you. I just said a bunch of baloney to convince you and persuade your mind and put some junk in your mind and hypnotize you with a bunch of junk and told you God said it, and you really believe it so much that you stupid enough to do it. And then, when it's time for your rent, you don't have it. And they put you out. And that same preacher, same church you gave your money to, your rent was $500, for example, and you gave the $500, and they give you a $10 or $50 offering. And I tell you the Lord gonna bless you, they're gonna pray for you. Really? I'll be scared of your prayers, and the reason why I'll be scared of your prayers because you lied to me. I can pray for myself. I don't need you to pray for me. I can pray for myself. Because I can trust my prayer more than I can trust yours. If I tell you to give your rent money, that God's going to bless you, when you give me your rent money, God's supposed to bless you. If he don't, then who lied? If I say God said it, and if God said it, God won't honor what he said. If I say God said it, and it didn't happen, who lied, me or God? And if y'all stupid enough to believe that you didn't have faith, you let these people play on your intelligence. They done found the fool and they using it. They gonna have to give it. I have to give an account to God for that lie and that trickery of that. But don't let people trick y'all. Folks coming here and want to be a miracle worker. I'll be an example for you. Let them try to work a miracle on me. I'll never forget Pastor Brackett. She dead and gone. But Pastor Brackett, she called me up and she began to minister to me. And I stood right there and looked at her just like I'm looking at y'all. I didn't feel no spirit because of whatever spirit I wanted to feel had to be still. Some of y'all got so much spirit till you can't control it. And you don't need nothing in your life you can't control. The spirit is gentle, it's meek, it's kind, humble. If you say stop, it stops. It don't rape nobody. It changes people. It changes their heart, their mind. And she looked at me and she was happy and she was anointed and whatever you call a preacher to be. And I just stood right there and looked at her. Because she said, God said it. And when she finished, she laid her hand on me. I let her lay hands on me. After church was over. When she finished, I went, let me sit down. Because I wanted to hear what God said. And what she told me, I said, I received it. And after church, she came to me and she said to me, Pastor, was I wrong? Did I offend you or say anything to offend you, man of God? I told her, I said, no, Pastor. You say God said this or that. And I just wanted to make sure I heard God right. I said, no, I don't get happy when people saying God said something. Because if God said it, you want to get it. Let me tell you something, people. When someone is called themselves operating in the Spirit, I don't care if they're telling you the truth, just listen. Don't get happy. Don't get all shaky and falling out. You want to hear what God says. The scriptures that we talk about in the Bible that we get them from said, he that has an ear to hear, let him hear what the Spirit has to say unto the church. Let them be more willing to hear than to speak. Let them keep their feet in the house of God. So I done just that. You say, well, Jimmy, you took it wrong. I keep it wrong because I want to, if God says something, I'm going to be sharp to be quiet and listen. And so I told her, I said, no, I just listen to what you say God said. Because now you done left the Bible, you got that to back you up, but now you saying God said this, I want to hear. I want to make sure I get it. So whatever he's saying, if he done told me about some things I need to stop or some things I shouldn't do, I want to make sure I got him right. And if he told me some things he going to do for me, I want to make sure I got it right. So when he do it, I know it's him. And this is why you be still. God told Joshua to be still and know that I'm God. Be still. Y'all don't let people rip y'all off, spiritually or naturally. And about 2 or 3 years later, everything Pastor Brackett said to me happened just like she said it. When I got back to her church before her congregation and her, I stood up to remind her. I said, Pastor Brackett, you remember that day that you stood me up in church and you told me all these things, you said the Lord said? I said, I want all the church to hear it and know it. I said, and I may be out of line for saying that you seem like you were starting to understand why I wouldn't say nothing or do nothing or feel nothing. I wanted to make sure you was right. I wanted to see if God said it, I can rest on that, whether I receive it or not. But I receive, if you say God said something, I receive what you say. But it's for me to prove, for God to, if he said it, he prove it. I said, now everything you said, and all the church that she said it, don't get no confidence in her, but keep it in God. It happened just like she said it. I said, now I'm saying it in your faith. That happened. Now, if God said something, whether you accept it or reject it, what God said going to come to pass. In him there's no lie. He don't guess about you. He don't figure you out. He knows you. He know your down steady. He know your uprising. He got the hairs on your head numbered, and he know when one of them fall off. So be not deceived. And we can get all kinds of scriptures to tell y'all how you should give money, and more blessed to give than to receive. Sometimes it's more blessed to receive than to give. Hello here. Y'all, you don't have to agree with that. I don't care why you got this Bible mixed up. I feel better for you putting some money in my hand than for me struggling and giving you money. If you put some money in my hand, I'll be able to help somebody else. But if you're always taking out of my hand, I don't have nothing to help nobody else with. Let us not rip God's people off. One thing y'all be able to say about Jimmy, your preacher, or your teacher, whatever you want to call me. Yes, I've been called worse than that. But whatever you say about me, you can say I'll tell you the truth. I ain't after your money. I don't even look at the church record or the church books to know who's giving tithes and offerings. I don't want to know that. You got to stand before God for that. Now, if the Lord revealed to me about something, I'll tell you. And if I tell you the truth and you get mad and want to leave, bye. You ain't been here all your life. I ain't known you all my life. The song says some deacons in the church and they won't do right. Some sisters in the church and they dress too short. So what should the church do about it? Take the deacon off the board. I don't agree with putting the board on the deacon. Take the sisters off the front row and let them take the hymns out their dress. You got the preachers in the church that ain't preaching the gospel. The gospel is power to free us. I'm telling you the gospel now. This gospel saves you. I ain't saying nothing about, but look. Let me distinguish this portion of the gospel. Jesus said, teach them to observe all things. I'm teaching you all things now. And these all things are saying, stop letting people take the Bible and rip you off. Stop letting people take the word of God and rip you off. Use some common sense. It's okay to help the preacher. It's okay to give abundantly. But you cannot give your way out of poverty. That's a lie. Those people came to Jesus and said, Lord, it's time for us to pay taxes. They ain't had no money, neither did Jesus. Jesus didn't start no, what word am I looking for? A fundraiser. Jesus told them, said, go down to the river, whatever fish you catch, on his mouth, get some gold out of it. You know what they were saying to those people? I'll supply your need. Those people took that money and held it up before Jesus, trying to tempt him and get him in trouble. Should we give this money to God or to Caesar? Jesus looked at them and said, what's on that coin? Caesar. You run into Caesar, what is Caesar to God? What is God? Your light bill, baby, is not your tithes and your offering. Listen to me, folks. Your light bills is not your tithes and your offerings. The scripture says, your increase. Oh, God, should I really tell you people this? Yeah. You lay $10. Dollar that belongs to God. But you come to me, you say, my rent is $5. My light bill is $2. Uncle Sam already took $1, that's $8. But the preacher telling me I need to pay 10% of that. And he take the scripture and tell me on my first increase, the first fruit. Uncle Sam took his pour, left me with $9. Light took his with $1. Gas took his and left me with $7. Rent took $5. and I'm supposed to give the church 10, give them $1. Are you serious? Well, 10% of it on your first fruit. Why can't it be 10% of my earnings? That light bill money is not yours. That gas bill money is not yours. That house note money is not yours. You down to $2. That's yours. I'm going to get us preachers in trouble. And they ain't gonna, if these people know the truth, they ain't going to be giving us those white folks' money. Your lights getting cut off and you giving your time. You can't take those white folks' money and and pay tithes for them out of that. That don't belongs to you. Child, my house note is $500, and I don't have a $500, and 10% of that belongs to God. Are you serious? That ain't my increase. That $500 belongs to those people. And you're going to take God's money, you're going to take those people's money, those house folks' money, and give it to God? Are you serious? Jesus said, what belongs to Caesar, go to Caesar. Oh, this how I'm teaching. Oh, y'all ain't heard nothing like that. I said, oh, well, all these years I thought I was supposed to take it right off the top of my check. I'll take it. But I have to tell you the truth. Your house no money don't belong to you. It belongs to that person you buy that house from or rent that house from. Okay, y'all, okay, yeah, but if y'all want to do that, keep doing that. You should know the truth. And then you run into God. God then gave you your rent money, and you done gave 10% of it away, and those people tell you, you don't give me my rent money, I'm going to put you out of here. And then we preachers lie to you and say, that's a trial of your faith. You should trust God and do that. Stop lying to these people about that bull. And then they end up getting put out there. Are you serious? And do you think God needs that money that bad? Hear what Jesus said when they confronted him with that same bull. You should consider the weighty matter of the law. Justice, mercy, and faith. These you should have done, and your tithing shouldn't be left undone. What's undone? After you have done what you're supposed to do, you ain't went out and made no extra bills to satisfy you. This is when tithings began. Tithing, Moses put them on the law. They way before Moses' time. They was in the time of Abraham. This is what Abraham said to Melchizedek. Abraham said to him, I'll give every war I win, every battle I win, I'll give you the tenth of it. If that's the case, and you done made $100 in your house note is something you got to pay, it's $50. That $50 is not what you want. That's hard teaching this year. But it's sound. It's sound. Do that $500 belongs to you? No, be honest. If you owe $500 a month for your rent, that $500 you made is not yours. That's your rent money. Well, I'm teaching you can do whatever you want to do, but I'm telling you the truth. And you can take 10% of that $500 and it don't belong to you. You stealing from those folks. Those folks depending on their $500. So that money belongs to them. Oh, y'all looking at me funny.
It's different.
Now, if you want to pay your tithes on their money, that is like, for instance, you get a check from Uncle Sam and that check is yours. And I take your check because I'm over it, and I take your 10% out of your check and pay tithes with it. That ain't my money to do that. That is like some of you folks, you can get up and come to the house of God, and you'll tell somebody, come by and pick up my tithes and my offering. You think I can come by your house and pick up your tithes and offering? Do you really think you're paying? You doing what the Bible say? If you stay home and I come by there and get your tithes and offerings, do you really think you obeying what the scripture say? You say, yeah, I give my tithes and my offering. No, you don't. It said bring them. So, on time it's good for me to go by and get them. Is if you was an unable body where you can't do it. That's a different story. So you take your $1,000, you pay all your bills, and I'm not telling you, some of us, we have more stuff on lights than we really need. Some of us, we rip and we run up bills to make bills. Don't live above your means. But after you have paid your gas, lights, water, you don't have to have these elaborate, how they say, extravagant cell phone. You really need a phone for 911. Let me tell you a secret in that. The phone don't have to be on. You can dial 911. Government fixed that one. So you don't just have to have the phone. You need your lights, your gas, your water, and your rent. Once you have paid those 4 things, that money in your money is not yours if it belongs to them. I know we don't agree with that because we've been taught that bull all our life. Now, if you want to follow that, follow it. But Jesus said you should know the truth. And if you take that 10% from your rent, if you're going to take that 10% from your rent, for instance, your rent is $500, and you take $50 out of it, do you really think those folks going to keep taking $450? Oh, see, you don't have to agree with what I'm saying. You don't have to agree with it. I'll take your money. You can pay your rent from that. But people come on using common sense. That money don't belongs to you. You done signed a contract saying this money belongs to this rent folks. That's a different thing with your car now, because you got some foots. You don't have to. You can get up and go where you want to go. You got buses running. You don't have. You got rent houses that charge you. Now, if you want to pay, all church folks that want to pay money on the increased first fruit. See, the first fruit is really. They have taught us that the first fruit is if you made $100, it's $100 before I say I'm taking anything out of it. And some of us be so tricky, we'll go down and say, for Uncle Sam to take $10 out of it, $90 is yours. And before you pay any bill, you're supposed to take that $9 off the top. That's what they taught us. And if you want to follow that tradition and custom of man, you do it. But I got to tell you the truth, even if it hurts me, even if it make me come up short, even if it make us preachers come up short, See, if preachers don't want to do, we don't want to tell people the truth. And when you come into the knowledge of the truth, you got to walk in the truth. As long as you don't see the light, you don't have to walk in it, because there ain't nothing there to guide you. But when you come into the knowledge of it, then you don't have no excuse for stumbling. So, when you pay, I think I got y'all attention now. When you pay your house note, your light, gas, and water, if that's what it requires, then the rest of that money is yours. God's coming for that. Now, if you feel led to do it when you get your check before you take anything off, you follow your own conviction. But I'm telling you the truth. Your rent money is not yours. It's not yours. And if you think it's yours, don't pay your rent then. If you think you're going to go in there and tell them, I took your 10% and gave it to the church out of your rent money, go in there and tell them that. And 9 times out of 10, they tell you, well, you owe this $50 and we're going to attach late fees to it. And if you don't pay it, the next time you know, you're going to be getting an eviction notice. Take the eviction notice to your preacher. Tell the preacher, say, look, I paid about 10% off of my rent money. And this is what I got from it. The Lord, you told me that the Lord rebuked the defile for my sake, but you didn't teach me, you didn't tell me that I didn't have a right to take some money that belongs to somebody else and give it to you, or give it to God. God don't want something that don't belong to him. All of it belongs to him, even the rent money. But he wants you to render to that person what due to him. Y'all said, oh, Pastor, you just telling me that? Well, if the Lord tell me something tell you, I'm going to tell you. If he reveals something to me, I'm going to tell you. I don't care how we twist the Bible. I'll tell you the truth. And people are trying to be led by the Bible. Yes, I accept the Bible as a guide. But once I received the Spirit of God succeeds it. It succeeds the Bible. God don't need that Bible. You need to study it that you can be approved. But when he have come that is perfect, he will lead you. Someone telling me they be led by works of the Spirit or something like that. I told them, and they go on the Bible way and all that. So you be led however you feel like you should be led. I'm led by the Spirit of God. And I know the Spirit of God from the spirit of error. And if you don't know the Spirit of God from the spirit of error, that Bible that you follow and you believe and that you teach, you get some knowledge of the truth out of that one. And it'll lead you to being led by the Spirit. Any spirit that go contrary to God, that reject Christ, is a spirit of error. But when it's the truth is the truth. There's no lie in the truth. And Jesus said to the temptation, to the tempters, who's on that coin? Somebody said, Caesar. Jesus said, give to Caesar what is his, and to God what is his. Out of that $100, you can pay your rent and your bills. I'm not talking about some unnecessary bills that you just to scoop up. Some of y'all go and get in debt with unnecessary stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about stuff that don't belong to you. You use these people's lights, they don't belong, that money, whatever they charge you, it don't belong to you, it belongs to them. And if you want to keep on using their lights, you got to pay it. So why would I lie to you until you take 10% of those folks' light money and give it to me? That's deceiving you. I'm putting the truth up. Well, Lord, I never hide this. If you bring me into the knowledge of the truth, I tell you. You take your house money. Now, understand me. Don't come run talk to me about what that Bible said. If you want to take 10% off of your check when you get it, do it. I'll take it too. But I'll take it. You ain't going to have me have to stand before God for what is true. And once I take it, I'm not one of these that got jets and airplanes and mansions and yachts and all that. I don't have all of that. Once I take it, I put it to good use to what's going to help me concerning the work of God. Then you come running to me and ain't got nothing, ain't got it. So I'll tell you the truth, so I won't deceive you. People that deceive you, they deceive you. I'm not in that to deceive nobody. I'm not in the house of God. I ain't trying to use God's name to get rich or to get wealth. If he give it to me, thank him for it. If he touch your heart and tell you to give you your whole check, give it. Step out on faith. But I'm not going to deceive you and tell you that. God can bless you and you give it away, you're dumb as hell. That's the bottom line, whether you accept that or not. If you want to believe, you want to keep on believing, there's nothing wrong with that. Blessed are they that believe before they see it. Happy. But sometimes I'd rather see it before I believe it. I'd rather, some things I'd rather feel. Let me tell you something. You can sit down without sitting on something. You can sit down without sitting on a chair. Just the chair, right? Now I'm getting ready to close. I have faith to sit down without falling. Why? I see the chair. Y'all see the chair? I'm going to prove to you that I can sit down without this chair. Let me sit down first to show you this chair will hold me. No doubt whatsoever. Baby, you think I'm going to fall? I'm sitting down. What's your point, Jimmy? Faith don't need that chair. God gave me everything I need to sit down. I put my faith in sitting like this. And I never have to worry about having a chair. But for my comfort and my convenience, it's more easier for me to get this chair. Set it here and sit down. Why? Because I like the comfort. You covered your eyes like I was going to fall. I didn't fall, did I? Did I not sit down? You don't take God's stuff and make convenience for excuse. You take your money and pay what you're supposed to pay out. And then your 10% of what you have left belongs to God. I know it's a lot of people ain't gonna agree with that. I don't care. Now, if that's the way you want to do it. But it don't. Your house note money don't belong to you. You let somebody come telling me, I got a rent house. You let them come telling me, I'm going to take 10% of this money to give to the church, and here's the balance of your rent. So you don't go back and get that 10% and bring it here, you're going to evict you. That's fair. If I'm over your income, with your permission, I'll give it a 10%. But it'd be after I have taken out what's supposed to be taken out. That have to go, have to go. Oh, y'all should be glad that I tell the truth. Now you free. You be walking around talking about, oh, I got to give 10% of my $100. I don't know where I'm going to eat. I don't have enough to pay my bills, and I'm trying to pay my tithes. And I got to get the 10% off the top. You ain't put yourself in that. You can't help if they send you $100 light bill. You can't help that. If you don't like it, dispute it. You can dispute it all you want. If they say you owe it, what you can come in there disputing it one day, and when you get home, you're gonna be in the dark. So you have no control over that. Now, yes, the Lord can touch the lights. And by the way, you don't need lights to see. God gave you light. Die. I can see without these lights. But I need them. So, ye should know the truth. I ain't took no text and all of that stuff. I ain't took no scriptures. I quoted a little. Not quote, but hit on some. Because I'm telling you the truth. And if the gospel, which is the truth, if it is hid from those that are lost, that don't know. And it's our job to feed them, God said to himself, with knowledge and understanding. So that's what I'm giving today, some knowledge and some understanding. So you won't be in debt, paying my bills, and your lights off. Simply because you tried to do what you thought was right. And I'm so greedy, till I'm taking it and not telling you the truth. When I come into the knowledge of the truth, I got to tell you. Because Jesus said, every branch in me that bear not fruit, God takes it off. And every branch that bring forth fruit, God purge it that it may bring forth more. And for you to bring forth fruit, stop letting people get a scripture and tell you that he means natural stuff. The fruits that God wants you to bring forth is love, mercy, justice, peace, gentleness, kindness, spiritual things. And then what's right, what is fair. If you can give more and you see the need to give more, the fairness, give more. Jesus ain't stuck about your money. God's not going to oppress you because you can't do like somebody else. God ain't going to beat up on you because you can't believe like I believe. It'll be dumb in you to want that baby to do what some of them do. Even if the baby wanted to do, he couldn't. So as they grow, then they can relinquish this and that. But we stop letting people rip us off. I want you to know the truth. Folks try to prophesy, listen to them. Don't hate them. Despise not prophecy. But then you ain't put a bunch of junk in my head and I know it ain't true. I don't want you coming trying to tell my fortune. Leave that to the fortune teller. If I want to know anything about what in my past, I'll go back and I'll think of it myself. I want to know anything that's going to happen. Something I may not need to know from the future. That's why I ask God to direct my path. That's why I acknowledge Him in my way. I ask Him to lead me not into temptation. I ask Him to deliver me from the evil one. And I want His kingdom, His will to be done in my life. And that's what God wants from all His people. God wants His perfect will in their life. And if we teach them, if we submit our life and teach the people to submit their life to God and let God have His perfect will done in their life, that'll be pleasing to God. Because God's perfect will is for you to love your neighbors as yourself. Be fair to your neighbor. Be kind to your fellow man. Just as you want Him to be kind to you. Whatever you want God to be to you, set out to be that way to your neighbor. That's the greatest of all. God, give me the insight, the knowledge to treat everybody the way I want to be treated. And if you do that and help me to do that, I know I got you. You want to get in God's heart, get in God's mind, be in God, love one another as Christ have loved us. Oh, it's a lot to be said, but time won't allow. Clap your hands and give God praise.